Hello everybody. Happy Friday. Yay. Welcome to Chalking Up the Walls. Welcome to my craft room. I have what I do believe is going to be a fairly quick project for us today, but as promised, I told you I wanted to show you a couple, at least, ways that we can use the pattern that came with our club transfer this month. The patterns, I should say, that came with our club transfer this month. So, let's do another one. This one should go pretty quick. I'm just adding a little bit of heat to this little price tag. So I got this frame from one of the local resale shops, one of the thrift stores or whatever, for 50 cents. Can't beat that. I do want to clean it up though, because I, along with probably other people, have got fingerprints on it and whatnot. So I like to use, I know it is what it is. It's glass cleaner, right? So I like to use these little eyeglass wipes. We have tons of them in our house. I buy them by like the hundreds. Because all three, my husband, myself, and my daughter, all three of us wear glasses. I typically wear my contacts, but I wear glasses, especially in the evening time when I'm, like getting ready for bed, or if there's ever a reason that I just don't feel like wearing my contacts. Never know. But my husband, he uses his glasses basically just for reading. He doesn't have to wear his glasses all the time. My daughter kind of goes back and forth. She wears contacts and she wears glasses. So we always have these little glass cleaners. And they're really nice for crafting as well. So let's get both sides so our glass is clean. Actually, I left that out in the other room. I'll have to post a picture of it because it turned out super cute. And one of these days I will, I'll see if I can maybe learn, if any of you guys out there are good with like content creating or any of that kind of stuff and can give me like a crash course on how to do like a sped up video, that would be awesome. I did a just for me kind of a thing because I knew it was going to take hours, which is why I can't very well do it live with you guys, of like a watercolor technique that we do on these on this glass and stuff, and it turned out super cute, but it takes a long time, or at least it takes me a long time, but it's really relaxing. It's real therapeutic. It's just fun, but it's not something that you're gonna want to sit here and watch me do for hours and hours. I found this like random square of burlap, which I thought would be kind of cool for what I want to do. So I am just probably going to end up using just about half of it, but I am going to take it and put it on my sticky mat. I will definitely have to wash my sticky mat after this because this burlap will leave all kinds of fun fibers. But that's okay. It's just a little bit of water and we can get it cleaned up. Okay, so I took my burlap, I put it down on the sticky mat, the same mat that we use whenever we make like t-shirts and towels and all that, kind of like the fabrics and whatnot. I thought that that would be useful for this project to keep that burlap straight and flat and whatever. I've got it, I'm using it. Okay, so this is the transfer that comes with this month's club kit, and it's 2 different patterns. So this is going to be super cute and super fun. Anybody can do this. And if you don't have, this particular design, you could do it without. But like I said, I wanted to show you guys a couple different ways that you could use your patterns. So I am just going to take this and put it right down on top of our burlap. You can make your own ribbon this way with your designs. There's a lot you can do with burlap. But I am going to make just a little decor piece to finish out some of my St. Patrick's Day, but you could do this for any holiday or just every day. All right, and I'm going to use black, good old black velvet. Push out all of our air, and we are going to just cover this design and get our background going, right? Okay, So we're just gonna scoop in here, as always, take a healthy amount of our paste and just cover it all, right? Don't press hard, just, you know, like you're buttering some toast or whatever you want to do here. Whatever you're putting on your toast. But anyway, you're not pushing hard. This paste is going to fall straight through the silk screen and end up on this burlap, and it's going to look cool. I promise. I promise. But we do want to go fairly quickly because being that it's a fabric and this is a chalk-based paste, it's going to dry. And we don't want that. We may actually end up doing half of it and peeling it up, which you can do. You don't have to do it all, especially if you're newer to this process and just unsure. But even after, gosh, I've been doing this for what, like 5+ years or so, even with as much experience or whatever you want to call with it, it'll still dry. So I think I'm actually going to do that. We're about to the halfway point. So let's peel it up, just make sure it looks cool, which it will, but you know. We're just looking for a little design to go on the back of what we're doing. So we're just going to slowly lift this up. And it's cool if some of them fibers come up. It's all good. And just kind of like plop it back down there. All right, and we're going to go in with, and just, you know, press it back down, right? And then let's get the rest of this covered. And let's do it a little bit faster. All right, make sure you get it all done. Anyway, I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. Hope you're doing something fun. It's Fishy Friday, I guess everywhere, but Monroe County, Illinois loves their Fishy Fridays. I swear, every restaurant, every place that possibly can make food fries food on Friday nights. So I saw that one of our local restaurants is doing a special tonight of a like seafood ravioli. So I'm trying to talk my husband into taking me there for dinner tonight. It's usually a pretty easy talk into. The man loves food, as do I. And I mean, I made some like jambalaya rice with some chicken and whatnot, but I just really, you know, I don't feel like eating that. I want to go and try this seafood ravioli. So, say a little prayer that I get my seafood ravioli, y'all. Okay. Chalking done. Or should be, anyway. All right, let's keep our fingers crossed. Yeah, that looks good. And again, we're not going for like some fabulous design here. We just want to kind of cover it. All right, that can go over here. Out of the way. And off my hands. All right, and now we have a mess on my hands. But aside from that, we have a cool little background. Just to make our burlap look a little bit more fun. Okay, now that we've got all of that mess off of our hands and on our table, it's everywhere, yo. But anyway, it's chalk paste. It cleans up with water. This is actually like a little wipe, a little baby wipe. I like to use those on my hands so they don't dry out too much. But anyway, here's our design. Just the little fun pattern, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of set this over here to the side a little bit. Give that paste a tad bit of time to dry. It won't take long. And let's get our frame ready. Goodness, we got little fuzzies everywhere. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, because you're gonna obviously be able to see, not well, but like a little bit around, that'll be okay. A little bit like through, pencil. Through that burlap, I mean, not a lot, but I just want to put, plus this frame, like I said, I got from the thrift store, was missing like some of its, you know, the stuff that makes it like actually fit the frame, cardboard and whatnot. So we're just going to kind of like make our own. But I don't want there to be, you know, like pieces of cardboard that you can see and then pieces that you can't see. So I'm just going to cut out, this is watercolor paper. Just a piece. You could use whatever. If you had some white cardboard, that would be fine. Or if you had green cardboard, or if you wanted to take the time to paint your, you know, whatever. Do you, y'all, do you. This is what I'm doing. Okay, so we're not ready for that. Getting ahead of myself here. We are not ready for that. What I do want to do, though, while we've got just a second, is spray some water on this and get some of this black off of here before it dries. Because we were using paste, and it will dry. Don't necessarily have to get it totally clean, but there's a lot of the black paste on here. So let's, you know, clean it up. We're making a big old mess, y'all, but whatever. It's Friday. It's Fun Friday, so we can do that. All right. And like I said, we're not looking for it to be completely clean. Goodness gracious, do you see all that paste? This is why we needed to spray it with a little bit of water and get some of that off of there. Because these silk screens are reusable as long as you keep them clean. So we are doing that while we give our paste just a second to dry. But anyway, y'all doing on your Friday night? Anybody else eating fish or seafood or something along those lines? Or anything tasty? I'm always down for some tasty food. I did not grow up Catholic, so from what I understand, the Baptists somehow are exempt from the Fishy Friday, but not gonna lie, most of the Baptists that I know love a good fish fry, so you don't have to be Catholic to participate. You just have to like fish. So that's my plan for the evening. Okay, back over there you go for now. And again, I just have a mess. But that's okay. Easy to clean. Easy to clean. Okay, I think this black has so much pigment in it, which is really nice for the craft projects, but definitely takes a hot second to clean up. But, y'all, I think we're there. All right, let me dry my hands, take my little rag and dry this off. And then I want to show you, if you guys watched the other day, you saw how we were able to put some of those little wooden hearts together to make a shamrock. And I got a lot of people telling me that they thought was that, gosh, look at my hands. They're like stained, but it's okay. I had a lot of people tell me that they thought that was a really fun idea, so I got to looking around, and I think we're going to do it again. But this time, we're going to use some of that foam, that like craft foam that you can get like pretty much anywhere. I got a huge stack of it in all different colors from somewhere. And I'm using this little paper cutting tool. Find a way to get it in here. Here, this works best. For my scrapbook days, that is like a hole punch, but it punches hearts. So I thought, why not? Let's do it. Let's use it, because the little hearts that we used the other day were a little small. I needed something a little bigger. And obviously, if you don't have this nifty little tool, you can just draw them out and cut them with scissors. But I thought this would save us a whole lot of time. And just like that. And you can get that foam super cheap. I think you can get it at like the dollar store too. But I got this huge pack of like every color under the rainbow, again, at like a thrift shop for, I don't know, I think I got the whole pack for like 25 cents. So I need to do something with it. All right, baby wipes to the rescue. Let's clean off these dirty fingers. All right, and I think now we're kind of just in assemble mode. How funny is that? But, I wanted to show you guys just yet another, and like I said, this doesn't have to be for holiday. This can be for anything. Pick your colors accordingly and do what you want to it. But I wanted to just give you yet another cute little, you know, timely idea to use some of these patterns with. Okay, we have our green little hearts. We have our watercolor paper. This should be dry enough, I hope. Not quite. All right, so let's hit this. I was really hoping that was going to soak in a little bit faster. But let's hit it with our heat tool. As always, you can use a hair dryer. Or you can just give it an extra 5 minutes, but being that you guys probably have plenty other things to do on your Friday night, let's just speed it up. But you do want to make sure that it's dry before you go sticking it in your frame, or you're going to have paste on the back of your glass. Which honestly wouldn't really be the end of the world. This paste will wipe right off of the glass, but it could make for a funny looking design. Okay, so that's good and dry. This black paste is going everywhere. All right, good enough. Okay, now I'm just gonna trim, because I clearly don't need the whole piece of this burlap. So I'm just gonna kind of trim halfway-ish along it. I didn't really measure it, so I'm not exactly sure. We may have to do a little bit more trimming, but I know it's gonna fit. It's actually gonna look really cute, and being that our frame is gold, we should be good to go. Okay, so let's assemble. We got our glue ready. Everything is good to go. Okay, so pop open your frame. Whoa, like so. Put down your glass that we just cleaned. And try not to get your fingerprints all over it, April. In goes the glass. In goes this piece. And yeah, we are going to have to trim it a little bit. How about, let's cut right about here. You know, what we could do, if that actually fits perfectly, is just wrap it around this piece here. That way we know what size we need. That would probably be smart. Let's do that. Close-ish, anyway. Okay. And we'll cut right along here. Have some random scraps. And then, yeah, all right. Cut here. We could have cut this ahead of time, but I wasn't really thinking about that. Okay, I think this is probably gonna fit now. Let's hope. Hope for the best, y'all. Hope for the best. In it goes. Good enough. Oh, it's just darn cute like that, right? It's just darn cute like that. But we are going to finish it up. You know what would be super cute if you did that, though? You could glue or whatever, like a little, like, you know how you get those school pictures that are always tiny and you're like, what am I going to do? Like what are they called? Wallet sizes or something like that. And you're like, I mean, I guess some people still carry around wallets with pictures in them, but I don't. And I truly don't know that many people who do. But that would be cute. I think that is going to be enough cardboard. I had an extra little piece in case we needed to stuff it full. But you know what I mean? You could glue your little kid, grandkid, whatever, yourself, your cat, your dog, whoever you like, little picture in there. That actually would look adorable. But that's not the plan today. However, being that we are just gluing our little shamrock decoration on here, he will come off with a little bit of heat and we can change it up. But let's take, all right, let's make sure we're somewhat lined up here so we can get our shamrock looking borderline straight. Again, as always, it's crafting. It's not perfect. It's fun. It's something to do on a Friday night while you're waiting for your husband to get back on his motorcycle to take you to get some seafood ravioli. This glue, I don't know why I keep trying to use it. It's like almost empty, but I'm too darn thrifty to throw it away because I know there's glue in there. So when I'm in the craft room by myself, I will wait the minute for the glue to come down, but I ain't doing that to y'all. That's just not fun. Okay. Middle-ish, right? Is right about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yep, right about here. Okay. Heart 1 down. All right. And now we just build our shamrock with our tacky glue. All right, just dab your glue on there, and you line your hearts up point to point. Point to point. Okay? Like so. So we got our 2, right? Point to point. And then we take our other 2 and do the same thing, point to point, but obviously in the opposite direction. So those were going horizontal. These, my friends, are going to fill in the vertical part. Just like so. Kind of twist them up so they meet and look nice. All right, 1 more to go. Fill in the bottom. We're good to go. And again, you know, as always, if St. Patrick's Day is not, you know, a holiday that you decorate for, participate in, whatever, this could be, you know, it would be really cute. I wouldn't necessarily use black, but maybe like a more Eastery color. But this would be super cute to do with like a little wooden egg cutout that you can get at the dollar store or whatnot. But check him out. I think that turned out super cute. For a 50-cent frame that I got from the thrift store, and I don't know, probably like a penny's worth of, what's that stuff called? Craft foam? That, you know, if you craft or if you have kids who are in school, you probably just have some laying around. I don't know if you got green, but whatever. I would consider this almost a free project. And it'll stand up on its own and look quite cute with the rest of my little pot of gold St. Patrick's Day decor. All right, guys. Well, that was fairly short and sweet, but definitely cool and fun. Let me know what you think. For real. You know what I was thinking, too, would be kind of cute for Easter? I bought these at the Dollar Tree. So for $1.25, you get a whole bunch of these. And I'm thinking I might add them to, like, something. But what would be kind of cool is to take this off, and you could actually probably keep the black for that. And just put these bad boys just like going all the way across them for a little Easter decor. Just heat up that glue a little bit or just peel it off, and these will pop off. That Eileen's glue doesn't, I mean, it sticks, but you can get it off. Or just find another cheap little piece of glass that fits it, and you'll be good to go. Or, to be quite frank about it, you could take the glass out completely and glue your other design, those little carrots or whatever, directly onto that burlap and have like an open style frame. That actually would be really cute. But anyway, let me know what y'all think. All right, guys, I think that was fun. I'll call that a successful Friday night craft. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, though. Do something awesome. Be awesome, at least. Always good to see you on here. Appreciate and love each and every one of you. And I will be back tomorrow. I promised we're going to make them stuffies, so we're going to make them stuffies tomorrow. It'll probably be like mid or so afternoon because we're going to that totally rad vintage market in the morning. So it will definitely be afternoon, mid-afternoon or so. But anyway, as always, have a great night. Love you. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. And we will see you tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys.